Okay, great. Hope you can hear me okay. Hey everyone. My name is Neil Trevitt. Thank you, Dennis, for the introduction. I am the president of the Khronos Group and want to welcome everyone to this joint conference by Imagination and Khronos. And I want to start giving many thanks to Imagination for hosting us here today. This event would not be possible without Imagination's great support. And very happy that the conference is finally able to happen now after all of the COVID lockdowns. And also thank you to everyone who's attending in the audience today. We appreciate your time and we hope you'll find the day interesting and informative. So I'm going to now give a short introduction to Khronos and our goals as a standards consortium to give you some understanding of the organization that is managing and evolving the standards that you're going to learn about today, and how you can get involved if the standards can help grow your business. So if you haven't met us before, Khronos is an open standards consortium. We provide a safe place for the industry to cooperate and create interoperability standards that enable applications to access the power of 3D graphics and virtual and augmented reality and parallel computation. We are a non-profit organization and all of the standards that we create are open and royalty-free for the industry to use. We have been developing open standards for over 20 years and have over 200 member organizations, including everyone from the largest companies to small startups. And over 30% of our members are based in Asia. Any company who wishes to join Khronos is very welcome to participate, to have a voice and a vote in how Khronos standards evolve. And we are honored that Imagination has been a long-term Khronos supporter. In fact, Imagination has been a Khronos board member since 2003, so almost since the very start of Khronos 20 years ago. So let's start with a basic question. What is an open standard? Many technical standards define interoperability, enabling precise communication, such as an API that enables a software application to drive a hardware device. The technical industry uses thousands of interoperability standards. They are essential to remove industry friction and grow market opportunities. And the need for interoperability between hardware and software is growing as hardware technology continues to diversify and software seeks to become portable across multiple platforms and generations of silicon. A truly open standard is not controlled by a single company. And that means we need industry cooperation between multiple companies. The industry uses standard developing organizations to enable those multiple companies to work together to create open standards that benefit the industry. And each of these organizations has a specific area of expertise. Now, Khronos's area of expertise is connecting software to silicon, defining low-level APIs for applications to access the power of hardware acceleration and the file formats to feed those APIs. And on the slide now are Khronos's most active standards. There are four main groups. There's the 3D acceleration APIs that includes Vulkan, OpenGL, WebGL, and the new Inari API for scientific visualization. We have initiatives around 3D asset formats, including GLTF and the 3D Commerce Working Group. We have the OpenXR API for portable, augmented, and virtual reality. And on the right, a family of APIs and languages for parallel computation, vision acceleration, and inferencing, including OpenCL, SYCL, Spear, and OpenVX. Now, with the increasing use of open API standards in markets such as autonomous driving and robotics, Khronos has developed safety-critical variants of its OpenGL and Vulkan APIs to reduce the cost of certifying systems that need safety critical GPU acceleration. And the newest working group on the right is so new that we don't have a name or a logo yet, is the camera working group that is defining an API for controlling sensor and camera system runtimes in embedded and mobile markets. So as we define standards Khronos, we stick very closely to several core principles that make us an effective standardization organization. Firstly, Khronos membership is open to any company that wishes to join for a full voice and a vote in how Khronos standards evolve. Second, Khronos ensures its standards are responsive to industry needs by enabling proposals for new initiatives from any company, whether or not they are Khronos members. And we focus our resources on standards that become widely adopted. Khronos has a proven intellectual property framework that it provides strong protection for members' patents, while also enabling royalty-free industry standards through members agreeing that they will not assert their patents against conformant implementations of the standards that they have helped to create. Khronos, we also invest significantly in creating conformance tests. They are just as important as the specification itself for a true open standard that can be reliably implemented by multiple companies. And finally, Khronos is a non-profit organization, and so all of the membership and adopters' fees are used to fund Khronos activities for the benefit of the industry. So Khronos, internally, we create a working group to manage and evolve each of our standards, and members are free to join as many of the working groups as they wish. Many working groups have an advisory panel of invited industry experts to provide requirements and feedback on specification drafts. The Khronos board, including Imagination, sets the strategic direction for Khronos and determines how Khronos spends its budget. Now, each working group has multiple work products, multiple outputs. That includes specifications, associated conformance tests that enable adopters of specifications to correctly implement those specifications, and adopters programs that enable implementers to submit conformance test results for working group approval so they can then use the API trademark and be protected by patent licenses from all the other Khronos members. Other work products like tools, developer samples, educational materials, sample implementations are often released into open source for industry feedback and participation. So that's how Khronos is organized. Before I finish, I'm almost finished, almost out of time. But before I finish, I wanted to mention one more Khronos initiative. Khronos is hosting the Metaverse Standards Forum. This is a very new organization that was launched just a few weeks ago on June 21st. The Metaverse Standards Forum is a venue for multiple standards organizations that are building the standards that we will need for an open and inclusive metaverse to coordinate their activities, and for companies that want to use those standards to encourage and accelerate their development. Now, the Metaverse Forum is a separate organization to Khronos, but Khronos is hosting the forum and helping it get off the ground. The forum is needed because building a pervasive and open and inclusive metaverse at global scale will require a constellation of standards, many more than can be built by a single standards organization. In fact, we're going to need the standards from dozens of international standards organizations, of course, including the Khronos Group, but together with the World Wide Web Consortium, the Open Geospatial Consortium, and many others, some of which are on the slide here. And we need those standards to work together in new and novel ways. And the forum provides the venue for that coordination to make sure everything works together properly. Now, the forum is not going to create standards itself, but it will coordinate the requirements and resources and testing to accelerate the creation of standards within the standards organizations working in metaverse relevant domains. And this will, of course, include the standards that Khronos that will be widely used in the metaverse, such as Vulkan and OpenXR and GLTF. Since launching just a few weeks ago, we have been very positively surprised by the level of interest in the forum. In fact, we now have over 1,000 companies that have joined, and more are joining every day. And we think this shows the level of industry interest in standards for the metaverse and the need for a venue that the industry can use to learn and communicate about their creation. The forum is open to any organization that wishes to join, free of charge, and we have already many significant companies, including Meta, Google, and Microsoft, and they are joined by leading companies here in China, including Alibaba, Baidu, China Telecom, HTC, Huawei, and many others. If the metaverse is relevant to your company, you are very welcome to join the Metaverse Standards Forum. So back to Khronos, that's a high-level Khronos overview. We are committed to our industry role of providing a venue for companies to cooperate and create open standards that benefit their own business and the wider industry. Joining Khronos has significant benefits such as industry networking, insights into industry trends, also early access to draft specifications which enable your products to come to market faster. If you would like to influence how Khronos standards evolve, or you want to use or implement Khronos standards on your device or platform, now please do consider joining. And now let me pass back to Dennis, who's going to introduce the event schedule. I hope everyone has an enjoyable and informative day. I wish I was there soon, I hope. But I want to finish by saying another huge thank you to Imagination for making this event possible. Thank you.